I'm supervisor over bus operations at the city of Charlotte.
Right now I'm working at St. Francis Hospital for Animals. I've been there for, it'll be 2 years in January. I am back taking architecture classes as well.
I have started my own ministry that helps vets. I work with all individuals. I'm a peer support specialist now. I deal with people in recovery with addictions. I teach anger management.
Today I am an admissions tech for Charlotte Rescue Mission Dove's Nest. Started there 4 years ago as a facility tech.
Today, I own a truck. I own a trucking company.
My mother passed when I was 19 months old. My father passed when I was 3 years old. And I was raised by my sister and her brother-in-law. I got into sports at a young age, played a little football, basketball, and then from there, I was introduced to alcohol.
I grew up in a, I guess you would say it was very dysfunctional because I was around what I call illegal social workers. My family, they were like bootleggers. We ran clubs, we did all the illegal things you wasn't supposed to do, and I thought that was normal, you know.
I grew up in a very middle-class religious family. We went to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. But the dynamic in the family when we were out in public was very different than the dynamic that was behind closed doors. But there were a lot of, secrets that we didn't talk about. And, growing up, I was this perfect kid. I did sports, I did, excel in school, I did mission trips, I did choir, you name it, I did it. But it was all to get out of the house. And I didn't deal with that. And so when I, went on to college and had all the freedom in the world, I found, comfort through alcohol and drugs and sex and whatever else.
Drugs and alcohol, I guess I started associating it as a child as something that you do for fun. But I remember when I took a sip and it went down, it was just this feeling of power. I was no longer afraid. It was easy to talk to females. I just felt like I was a part of when I drank alcohol.
I tried crack for a week. I spent $10,000 on crack for a week.
I was sitting in my apartment, and I had fully furnished my apartment. I had maybe 2 years clean, and I relapsed. And on a Friday, I woke up Monday morning, and wasn't nothing in my apartment.
I was sitting around on a Saturday morning, we were just drinking, and I was taking a leave. Because at the beginning it started like a little headache from a hangover, so I took a leave and was drinking beer with it, of course. The more I drank it, the better it felt. So I ended up taking, they say, like 97 leaves.
I couldn't find my car. I lost my keys to my house and everything else. I lost my cell phone. I lost my wallet. I lost my job that day, and I lost my relationship.
I was 18 years old, and I was playing with a gun. And as a result of me playing with a gun, someone passed away. And the girl at the time was my girlfriend, and it was an accident. And the weird thing about the whole situation was, even when I was asked, was alcohol involved? To me, alcohol had been my friend for so long that I didn't want to admit that alcohol was there. So I said, no, nothing was wrong with me. No alcohol was involved. I was sitting in a chair in my living room, and I was looking out the window, and I said, God, if you could please help me, I'll do anything. And I remember a small voice saying to me, if you just sit still, I'll have somebody. And as it said, call, my phone rang. And I answered my phone, and the guy said, is this Kenneth Jones? I said, yeah, this is Kenneth Jones. Now I'm shaking. He said, you looking for help? And I was like, is this God? And he was like, no. And he said his name, and he said that he was from the Charlotte Rescue Mission, and he considered himself one of God's helpers. And that was the turning point. And I came to rebound from the techs to the front office to the kitchen workers to like everybody in this program, even the guy that handed the clothes out, Gift and Kind, that was his name, Gift and Kind. Gift and Kind, it was just like the love that I experienced here was like no other, because when I came here, my head was always down. I didn't want to look up. I didn't even feel like a human. And I just remember the smiles that I would get from the employees here. Just a smile and a wave. It wasn't a conversation, but it was just, hey, you're human. This is free help, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. Even though I thought I was gonna receive a bill in the mail afterwards, because all this free help, I mean, this is just, it's phenomenal.
When I first got to Dove's Nest, I was a mess. I think like the first 2 weeks I just cried. Every time somebody asked me to tell them about anything, it was just, tears. But as time progressed and, started feeling better health-wise, and we started getting into the work, for the emotional junk, it was just like a new freedom. So it's given me a much broader perspective on what's important in life, and what true happiness is. And, that basically the only things that matter are that the people that I care about are happy and feel loved.
The program's totally awesome. I learned a lot about addiction and recovery. I learned about spirituality. And it was just turned out to be fun. This was the first time I really actually had fun in recovery. Then once I got myself situated here, I started thinking about my goals in life that I want to accomplish, and this place helped me tremendously do that. It gave me the courage to go out there and to do what I had to do to get where I had to get.
Once I got to Dove's Nest and got the tools I needed, the coping skills I needed, and I fought it with tooth and nail, because I rebelled against them for the first 2 months. I did not want to hear anything they had to say. I felt like they was crazy. They didn't know me like I know me. Truth of the matter is, I didn't know anything about me. I didn't know what I wanted in life. I didn't know how to live life. They taught me how to live life, how to accept me for who I was and make the best of it. Dove's Nest was the first thing I ever completed in my life. 2 years after I graduated from Dove's Nest, I went to school online. And last year, 2015, I got my bachelor's degree in psychology. So I look back from 8 years ago up until today and see how far God has brought me. And it's nothing but amazing grace.
A lot of my friends is dead in jail, doing life in jail, and it could have been me, but he chose me to pull me out of the depths of hell, to put me in a position to where I'm at now. Somebody got to show that this stuff worked, and I'm grateful that I'm a vessel today. I think that's one of the turning points in my life. That's when I realized that God was working, the program was working. I make meetings, I do the service work, I go to work every day, haven't missed a day since I've been working. I've been there almost going on 3 years now. And as a result, I'm a supervisor now. I've been in my apartment two and a half, 3 years, and I never been late on a bill. I'm very responsible today. Well, I wasn't responsible early on in my life. And I pay all my bills on time. I cleaned up my credit. Now I just bought my lot for my house. So I'm building from the ground up.
I had to go through a lot to get to this point, and I don't regret any of it, because somebody told me early on, they said to me, Kenny, your liabilities are going to become your greatest assets. And I did not understand what that meant at that time, but now I do. Because it's easy for me to go out and help another person in this same situation. It's almost like I know where you are, and let me help you.
Anybody can be an addict, a functioning addict. It's no really stereotype person.
You may have an idea of what an addict or an alcoholic looks like in your head, but the thing that I've learned in getting clean is these people are all around you and you have no clue. You know, it's your doctor, it's your dentist, it's your judge, it's your lawyer, it's your politician. And, you know, it all just goes to show, like, the face of an addict can look like just about anyone, even the person you're sitting next to.